Hi guys, my name is Kiana Simone and I am back at it again with another video for my channel called Kiana Simone XO. And today we are going to be talking about this book once again, but like obviously with my own little twist. And I'm not even going to be going in order when I talk about this book because there's just so many different things that I feel like is important from this book, but at the same time I'm trying to apply it to where I'm at in my life, or just like how I'm feeling in my life. And yeah, so let's get into it. So if you didn't know, this book is called The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, and it's honestly the best book I've ever read that I actually was just like, oh, I need to fucking read this shit and continue reading it. But I'm about to be in part 3 of this book, and I'm supposed to be telling you guys every freaking week or every time I record a video about this book, but it's been a little hectic, and I haven't been motivated. And as you can tell by the title, motivation is not fucking real. Like, you don't need motivation to get to where you want to be in life. Yes, it's nice to have, but the one true thing that you actually need is discipline. Being able to pretty much say like, hey, like I do want this in my life, so I'm going to put in the time and the effort to get to it. Because a lot of times people are just like, oh, I feel like a lot of people tell me this. They say, oh, Kiana's very motivated and she just has her life set up. And honestly, I don't know why they think that. Like, I have a bunch of goals, whether it's me succeeding in the military or me just succeeding in my personal life with my educational goals, or just doing YouTube stuff. And I'm not motivated by far, like at all. I'm just, I guess, more disciplined per se. Like, I know that I want to have my bachelor's by the time I'm 23, and I have like maybe 8 months before that happens, before I turn 23. So it's just like, I have set this goal for myself and I am lacking so much motivation, and it's freaking wild. Like, I'm just like, do I even really want this, and how will it really help me in my life? But it's just like, this is something that I want, or that I've wanted, and I put in the work for it, so I need to stay disciplined enough to finish what I saw through. And there's a lot of different ways where that applies in my life, and there's a lot of places where it doesn't apply in my life, where I need to apply it in my life. For example, like for a while, me going to the gym every day or at least 4 times a week was driven by motivation, and then it switched to discipline, and then it switched back to motivation. And then when I was focused on the motivational part, it was just like, I don't feel motivated to go to the gym, and I look fine and I feel fine, so I don't need to go to the gym. But in reality, I knew in the back of my head that, hey, like, you want to have ginormous quads and you need to get your ass to the fucking gym and be disciplined. Don't worry about your motivation. It's supposed to be about the plan or the program that you have curated for yourself. Obviously, there are going to be things that you cannot determine, like, oh, where am I going to be in a year? You could be ahead of the curve or behind the curve, but as long as you're sticking to the plan and doing exactly what you set out to do, then you should be fine. And it's just crazy how a lot of people say, like, I'm not motivated at all. Like, I feel like I'm just more disciplined, if anything. Like, I know that I want this, and I said that I wanted this, and I started working for it. So, like, Kiana, get your shit together. And I'm telling you, get your shit together. Don't allow for something to mess up your whole life plan or whatever you're trying to get towards because of one sad day or one fucked up day. Because that's literally all it takes, is one day of you saying like, oh, I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. And then it starts, it's a snowball effect. And that's just all I wanted to say, is that, like, I don't think that motivation is real. And I think it's dumb that people say that, oh, this person is highly motivated. No, they're not. They're highly disciplined, and motivation is probably what started them to get to that process of where they're at now. But once they got to those 4 months, they probably realize, like, or maybe that second week, like, it doesn't matter when you lose motivation, but it's just like once they get to that second week or whatever time period, they're like, I really don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is a lot of work and it's not getting me to where I wanted to go, how fast I wanted to be, etc., etc. And they were like, you know what, I said that I'm gonna do this, so I'm going to stick by my fucking word and do it and get rid of any distractions. And it takes discipline, it doesn't take fucking motivation. Like, whoever fucking said that, canceled. But that's how I feel. And then this also helped me believe it even more, that motivation isn't real. It is just like really wild how, like, yeah, because motivation is not, sorry, I was looking at it, but motivation is not linear, or it's not something that you can control, but discipline is something that you can control. So yeah, I don't think motivation is real. So bye. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and bye.